Hey guys, so today we're going to be testing out viral TikTok nail hacks, and also I'm going to show you how I try to attempt to sculpt these nails in different ways. So if you want to see it, keep on watching and make sure you subscribe. Okay, so right now, as you saw earlier in the video, I basically went and kind of prepped the nails using my e-file, just kind of buffing that area. And at first, I wanted to try to attempt a couple of techniques. There was one that I saw from Yayogee Nails. Also, well, most of the techniques I'm getting is actually from Yayogee Nails, and also just seeing other YouTubers doing sculpting techniques like nail career education. And you saw all my fingers come apart. This was kind of crazy how I did it. But the first attempt to the nail extensions part 1, as you see, I put a base gel on already, so the nail, because I'm using polygel. I'm using a combination of polygel and hard gel. So my first attempt, I wanted to try to do it with polygel because I also saw a TikTok video where they kind of showed this nail hack, and they used a press-on nail. So I'm gonna actually show you guys those. I have 2 parts to this video, so this is the first part, and I'm doing this with a duo form. So I didn't put the nail all the way up at the cuticle. I wanted it purposely off the cuticle because I want to do like an extension. That's the whole point of this. So I'm working on the thumb, and I'm just placing it, making sure I kind of, pat down the polygel, any excess, kind of smooth it out. I didn't want it too thick. But I'm going to tell you first off the bat, this nail was really janky. As you can see, but I wanted to see if this would work. So I'm just going to do it with polygel. And I make sure the polygel is on there with my duo form, and there you see me cure it with the lamp. So as you can see, you're supposed to cure it with the lamp. I cured it for 60 seconds, and it was not coming off because it was still kind of wet and weird. So I think what happened with this, because I cured it a couple of times, I think I held the lamp a little bit too far away from the polygel, so it never really cured fully, and it just didn't work out in my favor. As you see, this is the 3rd time I'm curing this nail. I'm like, oh my god, like why? And it just came right off. Honestly, I don't know. I was just like, you know what? That's real frustrating to me. I'm going to see if hard gel will work a lot better. So there I go with my little palette. And I just put some hard gel there. I'm mixing it actually with the polygel. So I'm folding it in together with the polygel. I have a tendency to do this a lot because I just like the consistency a lot better. Polygel to me is fine. Unfortunately, I just feel like sometimes it's a little bit too thick, so I like to thin it out with hard gel, and to me it gives me a good consistency to kind of work with. It's not too runny, but at the same time it's not too thick for me to like work with and stuff. So I don't know. So it's just basically I just made a hard gel, I guess. So I'm going to try my second attempt with the duo form. So I'm placing that gel in the duo form and really just kind of slathering it on here. And my methods, I'm not a nail tech whatsoever. A disclaimer, I am not a nail tech. I'm not really trying to be a nail tech. But I like to do nails on my own, and I just like to experiment with things. Okay, so as you see here, I applied the extension once again, and I guess as you can see, I'm mixing up more of the polygel gel mixture. Somebody's probably going to comment like, oh, you're making so many bubbles, because I'll admit I am over mixing, but I just kind of wanted to do that. And if I go back, as you see in the video, it was much more of a success. I actually will do that again with the polygel and hard gel mixture. I don't know why. It could have been a combination of things. It could have been my curing wasn't up to par, and as you see, I'm like literally spreading this on like cake batter. That's why I said, I'm like, a disclaimer, I'm not a nail tech. I could have used a gel brush. Subscribe. I could have used a gel brush, but I felt like the spatula for some reason just did the job. And right now this nail looks completely janky. I'm just trying to do a decent apex, just trying to get enough product on there. I'm looking at, like, you know, how it's curving, how it's dipping, so I'm kind of spreading that on. And as you see, I applied as much gel as I needed to, and I wanted to, you know, just see how the gel, I didn't want it too thick, but as you see, it's no apex that I've made or created or anything like that. I still don't really know how to really do that, but I put enough gel where it'll have some structure. So I cured it, and off camera I filed the nail, and as you see, it came out really nice. It was a lot of filing, so I was like, I didn't feel like filming all the filing because that's kind of boring. But as you see, I did like the little ballerina coffin shape, and I'm trying to attempt to do the same thing for the pointer. And now, I don't know why, I think I didn't put protein bond or any of that on these faux fingers. I just wanted to cure it on the nail. If it was my nails, I'd put the protein bond and it'll probably stick a lot better. So I'm there just trying to cure it and making sure things cure like they're supposed to. And I think once again, like, I held it. As you can see, it's just coming off. You know why? What I noticed as I'm observing this, I held it way too far, but I got frustrated. I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of doing this. I was like, I'm gonna try to attempt it again on my own nails and see how they work. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to old school sculpt my nails. So there's me kind of holding the nail together, and this actually worked a lot better for me. Especially I used my little handy dandy stork scissors to just cut the shape of the nail. So as you can see, I'm just going in there, I'm just cutting the shape and making sure that that shape is crisp. And as you can see, it is paper thin, but that's kind of how you first kind of, well, at least for me, I wanted it so I could cut the shape, get the shape out the way. And I kind of cut the tip a little bit off. I could have left the tip, honestly, because at the end when you file, it doesn't matter. But I cut the tip just to kind of match up the nail. So excuse me. So yeah, so now I'm gonna apply regular builder gel, because I kind of wanted to get one gel. It'll be like a glass gel, and I'm just applying this builder gel. I'm getting a big wad of builder gel and just applying it to the nail, kind of building up the nail. And I forgot the whole step where you're supposed to do a slip layer first and then apply the gel, but I am so impatient. I'm just like, I just want to apply this stupid gel and, you know, just get all the gel on there. But clearly you're not supposed to do that, because what tends to happen is you can overwork the gel, which of course I did. And you don't want to create air bubbles, which I did as well. But you know, this is what these videos are for. This is for beginners that are doing nails, or just, you know, I just wanted to document my journey of how I attempt to do nails, and mostly nails for myself and different designs for myself, and just practicing and just kind of filming my progression, because eventually if you practice enough you get better, right? So that's what I'm doing. And as you see, I got my little glass nail, and I was like, ooh, that's kind of cool. What I like about gel versus acrylic versus polygel, it's easier to file. It's not, you don't have to do a lot of filing. That's why I like to work with gels mostly. So I want to master how to do a gel nail. Polygel is kind of the same, but because polygel is much thicker, it tends to have a little bit more filing if you're not working with the dual forms, because once you cure the gel, it's cured. But what I like about polygel is also has that self-leveling factor somewhat, but not completely. So there's some components I like with polygel, there's some components I like with builder gel. So this is why I always end up mixing them, and it just gives me the nail I want. See, with builder gel is kind of tricky, because even though it's thick, it still kind of is more runny than what I like. You know, I like a little bit more control. So that's what I get with polygel builder gel mix. But I still want to learn how to work with just regular builder gel. And as you can see, I'm creating those air bubbles, I'll tell you. But I think I did pretty good. Especially for this video. So in here, I am just floating what I learned from Young Nails. You got to float the gel, just floating it in the directions that you want it to go. And that's basically what I was doing here for this finger. And I'm just building up, trying to build the apex. So then I'm just continually doing that. So I'm gonna probably just let you guys watch that, and I'll be back. Okay, so after I was floating that nail, I'm curing that on, and I'm gonna file and shape the nail. So as you see me filing and shaping the nail, I hated these fingers, so I was just trying to apply that on, and of course the nail pops off. So I reattached that with some gel and cured it. And then right here, I'm going to apply some builder gel to the nail, so that way I could add a little bit more structure. I'm using the Kiara Sky system, and creating more air bubbles as usual, because that's, you know, that's apparently, I don't have patience not to. And I'm like, okay, so we finished that. I filed that, cured it. So now I'm going to be working on the ring finger. And here I actually wanted to do a white background. So I'm doing a white nail, and I'm using my white polygel from Yayogee, and also my builder gel. And I'm mixing those together. And then I'm going to apply the extension with my clear nail tips. So this time, the first nail I did a dual form. The two other nails I did old school sculpting somewhat, and then this one I'm actually gonna do that TikTok thing where I was gonna apply it with the nail tip. And I just want to see how this is gonna be. So I'm gonna put that on there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cure. So stay tuned to watch part 2 of how I finish the nails and the process. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you press that notification bell to like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, like I said, I'm going to have part 2 coming up shortly. It's going to be attached to this video. Thank you so much. Bye.